Today, I'd like to talk to you about assessments versus evaluation. What I'd like to do first of all is just say we're talking purely about assessment, not whether it's common, formative, summative, just assessment. And then we're going to look at it from the point of view of how does evaluation fit in. So let's begin with assessment. Assessment, for me, is a product, a performance, or a combination of both. Here on the screen now, you see a product. It's a photograph of some cactus in my backyard. Without you even realizing it, you've already started to make some judgments about it. We want to talk about that from the point of view of understanding that the photograph itself didn't cause you to make any evaluation. It's just simply a product. But that's just our human nature. Now, when I work with teachers quite often, they'll tell me that their assessment is a teacher observation. That wouldn't be the case. It's whatever they're observing is really the assessment. Maybe their students are performing a task or a presentation, or maybe they have created some kind of a product. The evaluation is where the observation comes in, but there's even more to it than that. Evaluation has two parts, the judgment makers and the judgment criteria. So let's start with the judgment makers. So when a teacher says, I observed my students, they're telling me that they are the judgment maker. Quite often in today's classrooms, we're having our students work together in a collaborative way to give feedback to one another. In that case, I would say that the judgment makers are the peers, and maybe even the teacher is going to be a judgment maker as a facilitator. In classrooms where they're doing project-based learning, place-based learning, or authentic learning and tasks, quite often the judgment maker is not someone even in the school building. It could be someone in the community. There could be someone virtually who's coming in to help the students be a judgment maker about their work. Well, now it comes to the last piece, the judgment criteria. How is that person who's coming into the classroom, the teacher, the students, how are they making decisions about how well or possibly not well somebody or a group did? Well, that could be a rubric that's informing. It could be someone's expertise that's informing. The point is that when we're doing our assessments, we want to make sure that we know the purpose of our assessments and who is the best judgment maker or makers and what is the best criteria to help so that our students can grow and learn and have feedback that's truly meaningful to them.